I need KBN Nation's help. I can tell you that much. I need a lot of help. But specifically, all of you great people listening, I need help. I'm Ben Brust alongside Kyle Wallace, the Packer backer, the Wisconsin backer, the Bucks backer, the everything backer. Sometimes fraud, but mostly just a backer. Kyle Wallace, say something, Kyle.
Hey, it's Wednesday. As some people say, it's hump day because we're over the hump.
I love that, like every Wednesday, he hasn't changed or evolved that.
Do I say hump day? Do I say that
every
week?
Wednesday? It's hump day.
Do I?
It's
Yes.
hump day, baby.
It's one of my pacings through the week to where I know where I am in the week is relying on Kyle Wallace to say hump day. That's how I know I've reached the halfway
I didn't even
point.
realize I say that every day because I make sure I say that it's hump day to get over the hump because I don't want anybody to think I'm talking about something else. So no misconceptions or get anything.
Well, Brad Nortman knows it's Wednesday now. What's up, Brad?
I sure do, and it's good to be back on the air with you guys. We are just working through I'm just saying from yesterday, we are working through this is why I love you guys. This is why I love KBN Nation, because we just get out there with all the societal norms. Yesterday, we were still talking about the things that were going on that we discussed on air, about the things that people should have awareness of or should be doing, and today's no different.
Today is no different. I don't know if this is a societal norm as more as this has never happened in my life. What the heck do I do as a new homeowner who's only lived in the house for about a month? So at work, I typically just text my girlfriend. If she calls me, it's usually like, all right, if I can get it, I get it. Like, otherwise, she would text me like, hey, I need to talk. Right now, like, you can judge based off of what her needs are.
That text message always makes you.
No,
what do I do now?
We need to talk.
Well, like, it's urgent. Like, I need your help.
Yes.
It's more I need your help. I got a FaceTime at work today. I've never gotten a FaceTime at work from my girlfriend. So that, to me, it was like, I have to answer. And actually, I was going into one of our phone booth rooms to pay my illegal left turn that I made when I had expired plates and made a illegal left turn. I was like,
wow, you had expired plates too?
That's why I said, yep, I did it. So I can maybe just get one ticket instead of two, and it worked. Regardless, answer the FaceTime, and I don't think I've ever seen her in more of a panic in my entire life. Luckily, nothing to do with the newborn. Nothing to do with sweet baby girl. But everything to do with one of our dogs going outside, and next thing you know, grabs a mouse by the tail that is dead and brings it into the house and is kind of running around the house with a mouse in its mouth.
Oh, wow.
And
How do you get the
you're giving the shivers.
Yes.
Imagine having a newborn in the middle of the feeding, bringing the dogs in, like everything all at once, right?
Whose dog was it?
It was. I mean, it's our dog, but it was her.
Whose dog?
It was her dog.
We know Bruce would never do nothing like
Bruce
that.
would never
he's
do
an
that.
Angel.
Bruce is an angel. Bentley's very sweet, but loves food, and was on the prowl and saw the mouse and brought it into the house.
Now, y'all ain't never fed him no mice.
No. And so now it turned into, what do I do? And so I had to calm down, yet I'm also laughing and smiling, but only when she's not looking at the camera, because it's kind of funny. There's a mouse in the house.
Traumatic.
And I started screen recording on FaceTime. I was hoping that did audio, but it doesn't, so I have no audio to share on the air. But I was like, all right, you got to go to the garage. I'm horrible.
Wait, his baby mama sitting here trying to feed his child and got a mouse in the house, and he's concerned about trying to screen record. Hey, baby, slow down. Don't say anything else. Give me a second.
It's crisis mode in the household.
I'm thinking about what I can bring to the show.
Content. Her worst moment in content.
Yeah. And so I was like, all right, I know we have a shovel. I know where it's at. Go to the garage. It's on the left side of the garage, so she gets the shovel. And then she's like, what do I was like, well, get a paper plate or something that you don't care about to swipe the mouse onto the shovel.
Good instructions so far. You're not gonna,
Just when you do the paper plate, you can feel the body, the body weight of it.
I said get Tupperware we don't want. That's a little firmer. Oof. Yeah, the whole thing is heebie-jeebie. But I'm doing my best from a phone booth on FaceTime to stay calm and give advice on how to get this mouse out of the house.
Real quick, for specifics, was it a bloody mess, or was it still pretty okay?
I think it was dead for a day, maybe.
Okay.
You know, so I don't know if it stinks in there, but it was all panic mode. At 800-990-3776, 800-990-ESPN. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, and I'm going to need the responses of what I should do next, because what comes next is she's got the mouse on the shovel. And I thought that we were going to continue to do this together because we had gotten to this point together. The next thing I know, she's gone. Like, it's just me looking at the ceiling on FaceTime, and I just hear a scream from far away as she takes the mouse outside, and we have a fenced-in yard. She threw the mouse over the fence into our neighbor's yard that I've never met before.
Oh, no.
So, like, we have a trash can. Like that's why I want to be a part of it. Do I have to go to that neighbor and knock on the door and be like, "Hi, I'm Ben. You have a dead mouse in your backyard. Like, can I dispose of it?"
First impressions says everything. My concern is you can't have your first impression with your neighbor in Whitefish Bay, which is a community environment. You can't have it be, hey, yeah, sorry, there was a bit of chaos going on in the Brust household right next to you, and we brought that chaos into your yard. So therefore, I need you to make you aware of the situation. That's a first impression you can't get back. So I would just be very careful before really putting your cards on the table.
I think I can say, like, you know, hey, nice to meet you. Just moved in. Girlfriend, we have a newborn, and one of our dogs. This already ain't working. This already ain't working.
Yeah,
I already feel like as I'm trying to explain. You know, we got a newborn. This, that, the other thing. Well, they don't care. They're just all they're gonna know is we threw a mouse into their backyard.
And
when I say she, because I never would have told her if she kept me on FaceTime.
Well, that's one of those things where you say, like, hey, we accidentally threw this mouse into your yard. My first thing would be, how did you accidentally throw a dead mouse into my yard?
Yeah, Brad, I thought Brad would be a good neighbor, but clearly he's not a good neighbor. He's a neighbor that keeps things to himself. Me, on the other hand, listen, I grew up in the environment around Whitefish Bay. Went to school there for literally from the age of 4 all the way to 18. I was in and out them streets of Whitefish Bay, up and down Henry Clay and Marlboro and everywhere in between. And let me tell you something about them Whitefish Bay folks.
They see everything.
They see everything. Everything. They
got neighborhood watch 24/7.
Not only do they see everything, they talk about everything. You know everybody's business. I remember when somebody.
There's got to be a security camera that saw her scream and throw a mouse over with a shovel.
Some North Shore Nancy who was walking down the street or at home or somebody looking out the window. They saw those new neighbors, that Brust guy and I think his wife, his girlfriend, I don't know, because you know they done talked about that too. And so they done saw her have a shovel and throw something in little Nancy yard next door. And I guarantee you, by the time they kind of get together tonight, they're going to say, so yeah, the rumor is that our neighbors, they do something in our yard.
So you think I got to own up?
You got to own up. Somebody saw it. In Whitefish Bay, somebody for sure saw it. They saw it, and then when they see the little,
my old neighbor, like, would grab packages and bring it around when we weren't home. I
bet they
there's
did.
somebody on the.
You don't even have to ask. They probably just do it. Well, you know, I saw they came to your door. What are you paying attention to my house for?
And if she screamed while throwing the dead mouse over the.
Somebody saw it. You are. Listen, you don't want to be that neighbor. You just bought this house. You're gonna be there for a while. You ain't moving no time soon.
No.
You talk about bad impressions. You are Ben Brust, and the one advantage that you have is that you have a little bit of name around here, right? So you put your little Wisconsin stuff on.
Sometimes that might be a bad thing.
No, you put your.
Luckily,
Wisconsin
this isn't 1265 Lombardi.
Exactly.
Put those colors on and go next door. Say, hey.
Wear my basketball jersey.
You should pull up Brad Nortman right of wearing your shoot gear.
Don't go over the top because then they'll call you names and things like that. But just say, hey, listen, we had a little thing, and I just want to say hello, and I just wanted to check because we had a mouse. I don't want you to think that we're like that. And so, but by the way, I'm Ben Brust. This is my
I'm not gonna do that. Like I just want to do what's right, not because of who I was or
I bet
am
you-
or
I
whatever you
bet
think of me.
I bet you within the next week I might get a text message saying, yeah, that house that Ben's girlfriend threw the mouse at, that's such and such. Watch, I'll guarantee you it's going to be something like that. That's how small that community is.
800-990-3776. 800-990-3776. My girlfriend with a newborn at home, one of our dogs grabbed a mouse by the tail that was dead, brought it in our house. Panic ensued, FaceTimed me at work, and I got her to get a shovel, and I didn't think she was going to throw it over our fence into the backyard. Do I have to go say something? John in Milwaukee, welcome into Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Hey, I got a question for you first. Why didn't you just tell her to just pick it up dog poop style with an empty grocery bag? I mean, that would have been a whole lot easier.
Heavens no.
wow.
Have you
Right?
asked her to take her hand and grab the dead rodent and put it in her
Well,
hand?
okay, so wait, no, hold on now. So don't you pick up dog poop with a grocery bag just inside out and
Of course I do. I pick up
Like, what's
all
the
the
difference?
poop. But
There's
guess
no
what?
difference.
It's a
There's
dead
no
mouse, and
difference.
she doesn't pick it up.
So what?
John, you
So
can't
what?
tell my girlfriend what to feel about a dead mouse.
Well, I know who to call when I have a
Okay.
dead something in the backyard.
Hey, Kyle, give me a call. I can take care. I come from the country, man. I can do any of that.
I
Yeah,
like
that's no
that.
fear right
All
there.
right, other,
John,
But
it
here's the
sounds
other
like
thing,
you'll
though,
grab
man.
it with your bare hands, but that's not my girlfriend. I appreciate you for you, but I appreciate her for her, and she's traumatized. Thank you,
Okay,
John.
fair point. All right, other point. You can't go and talk to your neighbor because you're going to throw your girlfriend on the bus if you do that. Like, how the mouse get in the
I
in
mean,
my
I guess I
backyard.
can take
Well, I don't
responsibility.
know.
Yeah, no, I can't. I got to throw under the bus.
Yeah, so you can't do that, man. You just got to suck it up and, like, hope this never sees the light of day.
Pleading the fifth.
Oh, those Brusts is gonna have they're gonna have a reputation.
Poor little baby girl gonna have a reputation.
those
that
are
her
the,
parents-
her parents are the damn ones who
They're
are
the
throwing
rats
dead
out.
animals
They throw
around
rats in
the
people's yards around
neighborhood.
here. There wasn't rats and mice when the old neighbors lived there. They got rats over there in that household.
Here's
Ryan in Shorewood, who also lives close to that area that I live, who knows the tight boundaries and the neighborhood watches. Ryan in Shorewood, 800-990-3776. Do I have to go over to my neighbor and tell them we threw I can't say we, but I guess I have to say we.
it's
We
we.
threw.
Yeah, you guys
we,
won
we,
now. You
we-
guys have won.
we threw a dead mouse into our neighbor's backyard. What do you got?
Yeah, so like I said, I grew up in Shorewood, just like Kyle was there in Whitefish Bay most of his life. He's 100% right. That type of thing, it gets around the community in like 2 days. You know, it's going to be a big scandal if you don't nip it in the bud. So my advice would be to just own up to it and say something along the lines of like, just in her panic, she tossed it and it happened to fly into your yard. And I think you'll get more points with your neighbors than if you try to kind of ignore it and they know about it.
I want the most points for my girlfriend who's at home with a newborn. You know what I mean? Like, I get where you're going.
Just tell them that. She didn't know what she was doing. She just flung it. She hasn't had any sleep. She's got the newborn. She'll get some slack.
Well, and to be honest, Ryan, thank you for the next point that is along with the story. Of course, after Mousegate, our baby girl has a blowout, and then she gives our baby a bath, and then carries naked baby to get clothed, and then baby pees all over her. So it was a traumatizing 30 minutes for her.
That's a lot of.
It was a lot.
It's a lot.
That's a lot, Maternity leave, exactly what you expect.
If you go over to your neighbor, knock on the door, you give him the story, you know what he's going to say? He's not going to say, you know what, Ben, no problem about it. He's going to say, get your butt back there and go get this dead mouse. So do you have a plan for how you're going to get it out of there then? You're going to
Yeah, I'm gonna
just
bring-
take a
but
shovel?
that's the thing
But
is,
then
like-
what are you going to do with it?
Put it in my trash.
Throw it in the garbage.
Yeah,
Okay.
but my thing is like, do I go over there with the shovel? Because that's a weird way to introduce yourself.
On the ring camera, you got just a guy with a shovel.
800-990-3776. Sean in Oak Creek with maybe the best suggestion so far.
Hey, so I'm actually from Hartford, but what you do is you go knock on a door and say, hey, I'm a sports guy. If you don't know who I am, I'm Ben Brust. But Craig Council came over to welcome me to the neighborhood, and he was in the house, and a mouse was running around, and he was being a tough guy, a new Cubs guy, and he wanted to be tough, and he killed the mouse, and he took it, he threw it over your fence. I got to come over here now and get this mouse because Craig Council threw this mouse onto your yard.
The traitor.
You're
Call him a
gonna
traitor,
win that
Kyle.
because no one likes crickets.
Well,
No one likes Craig Counsell.
I mean, that's a great idea, actually.
Thank you, Sean.
That is a phenomenal idea to bring Craig Counsell in there. I will say this, though. I do think the neighborhood of Whitefish Bay isn't as mad at Craig because I think Craig still has a home there inside of
He's
Whitefish
taking
Bay.
up real estate.
So you may not want to throw Craig under the bus.
But it's a victimless crime because he's already in the drawing the ire of Whitefish Bay and Wisconsin in general. What's throwing a mouse over a fence?
Yeah.
It's not going to really hurt his stance.
I mean, honestly, though, you should just say, hey, my girl, she should have been a world-class shot putter the way she threw that dang mouse over the fence. I could just make a joke about it.
Ah!
Exactly.
800-990-3776. I see your calls. I see your texts. I still need your help because I don't know what to do. Because there is part of me that thinks, like, how are they going to know it's me, right? Like, my girlfriend threw the mouse with a shovel over the fence into our neighbor's backyard. I guess they could be listening. I guess we'll get to that on the other side. 800-990-3776. I need the help of KBN Nation. What a day.
The win streak is over for the Golden Eagles, but they've got a chance to start a new one on Wednesday.
Kolek lobs into Iguodala, who stuffs it. Oh, baby.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. Find the Children is a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted car. Call 1-800-294-0222. You'll receive the maximum tax deduction and we provide fast, free pickup. Call 1-800-294-0222. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Call 1-800-294-0222. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Brakes? We can save you 15% on that. We have OE quality Duralast brake pads and rotors in stock, ready for pickup or delivery. We also have calipers, brake fluid, tools, and anything else you'll need to do the job right. When you get Duralast pads and rotors together, you'll save 15%. It's just part of what makes us America's #1 brakes destination.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Listen to Madison Money Guy every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on 100.5 ESPN and ESPNWisconsin.com.
I like to refer to inflation as the silent killer. It's an invisible risk. It's just the idea that things get more expensive over time. You're going to need milk and eggs when you're in your early 60s and when you're in your early 80s. You're going to get a loaf of bread, and it's going to be more expensive 20 years from now.
Christian Finfrock is the Madison Money Guy. Call him today at 208-1800.
How much does it cost to talk to Gruber Law Offices after a serious crash? It's free. Yes, free. As in, it won't cost you anything to speak with us. Not sure if you have a case? Call our team at Gruber Law Offices today. Your first call and your first consultation are always free. And you'll never pay us a fee until we win your case. If you've been seriously injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Want to join the fastest growing home solar company in the nation and work in the fastest growing industry in the world? Everlight Solar has open positions in the Madison area and is expanding to Milwaukee. As a local company headquartered in Verona, Everlight Solar offers great opportunities to gain new skills and advance your career. Don't miss the chance to join the Everlight Solar team. Visit everlightsolar.com to apply today. Save money, save the planet, and start with Everlight Solar.
Spring will be here before you know it, and so will Marco Sicchi's 6th annual Casting for Kids Fishing Tournament, Saturday, May 18th on the Madison Chain of Lakes. Created to help children who are fighting cancer at American Family Children's Hospital, UW Carbone Cancer Center. There's a limit of 80 boats for a fun day on the water before 2:30 happy hour at Alliant Energy Center, a silent auction, dinner, and a live auction at 4 o'clock. Help us help the kids. Casting for Kids, Saturday, May 18th. Sign up or donate at castingforkids.org.
Big trailers and big opportunity. Since 1962, Stoughton Trailers has been a family-owned and operated business. With competitive wages and excellent benefits, plus growth and advancement opportunities, Stoughton Trailers is an exciting place to grow your career. Join the collaboration, innovation, and dynamic team atmosphere at Stoughton Trailers, with positions now open in production, operations, finance, sales, engineering, supply chain, and more. Go to stojobs.com to apply today. Stoughton Trailers, big opportunity.
Skilled trade workers are the backbone of every community and also the Army National Guard. Soldiers train to keep the power flowing, engines running, and in every other trade needed to accomplish the mission. These soldiers are on the fast track to learning skills that can set them up for success at home with companies looking to hire the best. Their resumes are being built through their paid training and part-time service. Find out how you too can learn a trade profession by visiting NationalGuard.com. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Army National Guard. Aired by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association and this station.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
One of our dogs brought in a dead mouse by the tail, ran around the house and dropped it. Got a FaceTime at work in a panic. What the hell do I do with this mouse? Helped her find the shovel. Said, baby, we got this. Stay calm. And then she left me on FaceTime in the house, and she went outside, went rogue, didn't put it in our trash, took the mouse on the shovel, and apparently screamed because I heard it, and threw the mouse over the fence into the backyard, not in our trash. Do I go over to the neighbor, or do I I think, maybe nature do its course as well? Scott and Fort Atkinson, 800-990-3776. Welcome to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Well, you don't know if this neighbor listens to your show or not, so you already admitted guilt.
That's true.
Second of all, you got yourself that neighborly instinct. If that guy's going to ever blow out your snow for you in the wintertime, he ain't going to look at you twice and say, I ain't doing it because that guy threw a mouse over at my yard.
Yeah, I got to build up equity.
You got to make it so that when you're down and out, you need to have someone there for you. Well, that neighborly neighbor ain't going to be there, and Mr. Rogers ain't going to show up either. So, you got to figure out what's best for the neighborhood for you.
Yeah, I got to put my selfishness aside here and think about the neighborhood. And basically, if I'm selfless here, which I guess I'm not selfless by admitting it's not a crime. This is why I like John in Milwaukee.
Accident.
I like John in Milwaukee here. 800-990-3776 because this seems like this is where the debate is. This is what I think should happen, but then I don't get the snow blowing if they are mad and find out we did it. John, welcome in.
Hey, I work for a pest control company. What's going to happen is nature's going to take over and eat that thing, probably a possum or a cat or something. So I don't think you really have much to worry about, to be honest with you, tonight.
But it was dead, it would seem like, for at least a little bit before our dogs brought it in the house. So what if that happens to them?
Well, that's true. What color was it, do you know?
I was on FaceTime. It was a little grainy. I want to say gray.
Okay, all right.
What does that mean? Yeah, as pest control, what does that mean? Does that mean there's 80 more of them coming?
Or that means he's infested or something? What's going on? That house doesn't need to be cleaned down, does it?
No, but you got to inspect to see if they're coming in your home. Have you ever had any problems with mice in the house?
I just moved in a month ago. I'll let you know if it continues. Thank you, John.
But what if it was a rat? Would this be any different?
Oh, boy.
I mean,
bigger in size?
She probably would have buried herself in our room upstairs and waited for me to come home and take care of a rat.
That's fair. Because a mouse versus a rat, now that does feel like an extra layer of intensity there.
Greg in the 608 chimes in. The only plausible way to resolve this is giving your neighbors some cookies or alcohol. It's the Wisconsin way.
No, now that's right. Maybe a cheese board or something like that, or a Palermo
I was thinking, I got some extra Palermo's pizzas to give away.
That would turn a problem into a great opening, right?
A pizza party.
Yeah, you guys a pizza party. You could laugh.
They got
about
a basketball
it later.
hoop in their backyard. Next thing you know, we're shooting hoops and laughing about the mouse game.
It could be a blossoming.
Do
of a
they
beautiful
have
friendship.
children?
I don't know.
Ooh, now that's a great question.
Because if they have
That's a
children
real
and y'all
question.
throwing dead mice inside the yard where the children going to be running around, then you
and they're playing basketball. Damn!
That's a very important.
And then do they have a ring camera?
I don't know.
Because if they got
This
a
is
security
why I
camera,
put
they
up-
can see her doing it.
This is why I put up 4 ring cameras around the household.
Craig,
Because
you could see if in proximity. Just this little mouse coming over.
I get alerts when like shadows move. For sure you're going to get a notification when you see a mouse come and slap your lawn.
Well, you know what's funny? They probably did get a notification. Like, what? Something just moved. Are we okay?
Yeah, and they probably did.
Oh man,
Video evidence.
I honestly right now I still lean go over and be honest, but again, don't say anything. Let nature handle the mouse. Mike in Oostburg. If confronted, deny it and say it must have died on its own. Mike in the 920. 262, Zach, grew up in Mequon. Yeah, they literally never forget anything in those areas.
The North Shores, don't forget, man.
What's going to happen is if you don't say anything, there's going to be like an email sent to like everyone in the Whitefish Bay District and say, we have an issue with rodent control. Somebody dropped a dead mouse in Mr. and Mrs. Smith's yard, and this is something that we need to address. Did the perpetrator come forward?
Yeah, they may go to the village board president.
Diana McGuanago, 800-990-3776. What do you got?
Ben, just go over there and come clean. Just explain to them that your girlfriend freaked out. They didn't know what the hell to do with the mouse, so she just picked it up and it flew over the fence. Just come clean with them.
That's what I'm leaning, and that's the motherly nurturing that Diana brings to the show.
Listen to Dirty Diana. She knows what to do.
It's probably the right thing to do. It's probably to come clean, but you just don't know because every neighbor is a little bit different. If they're just a little bit of a crotchety angry person,
they're curmudgeon. They don't care if I come clean.
But if they are curmudgeon or crotchety, you know what that means? You learn a little bit about your neighbor, and if you don't like them, other people don't like them. So then you can align with other people. We went over there to try to help, and they got an attitude. I was trying to do the right thing.
On YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, at ESPN Madison, you can see the me in my girlfriend's moment of panic, taking screenshots, video recording because it was comical. Because she was going to be okay. It was a dead mouse. The thing that I feel bad about is the baby had a blowout. Then she gave the baby a bath, and then the baby peed on her after the bath on the way to changing.
Do you clean the floor? Do you have to clean out the dog's mouth? Cause
that's what I was thinking.
Because a lot of
that dog is a rogue licker. Like it will start licking my my leg or my arm.
That's a problem.
See, that's why I don't.
Do they got mouthwash for dogs?
You asking this question now?
You
had
can
a
brush
dog
their
for this
teeth.
long?
I've brushed my dog's teeth before.
Brush his tongue. That's why I don't do pets. Because I'd be danged if a dog is licking me in his face. I didn't lick its crotch and eating a dang mouse. Absolutely not.
Do you feel that the house is maybe more safe, or are the dogs taking more of a protective stance now there's a baby in the household?
No. Dogs are hunters by nature.
That's what I'm saying, but like maybe something's activated in them that like we need to protect baby Brust.
Or
that thing was dead before the dog got it.
Maybe Brust, maybe the dog. What's the dog name? Not Brucey. Billy. Bobby. Bentley. Maybe Bentley was like, "Hey,
Bentley,
hey, Mom, I want to feed the baby too," and brought some food for the baby.
I don't think that's how it works. Yes. JB in the 608 chimes in. Dogs do lick a lot of their body parts, so chill out.
But that's the thing is that you let dogs lick your mouth.
But I don't want to start a plague or something because
a dang person caught the bubonic plague from their cat. That's a real thing.
That did happen.
That's a real thing. Y'all better go get Bentley. Y'all better go get Bentley checked out. I can't have Bentley spreading nothing to you.
Can you house sit Bentley?
What about a baby? Bentley can't come nowhere near
Well,
me.
and this is how it spreads, right? Started in the Brust household. Mouse goes over the fence into the neighbor's households. Before you know it, we got an outbreak.
And then he comes around us, and now we infect people in our lives. Man,
you guys are some spooks.
They gonna call this the Brust 24, like COVID is good Brust.
Yeah,
the Brust.
You can't be too careful.
The
if
Brust
anything, you learn from
2020, yeah.
The Brust, man.
You gotta take care of this stuff.
The Brust 24.
Go take Bentley to the veterinary and make sure Bentley's okay. I care about the baby.
Yeah, like if you guys were young, did you ever get the watch your mouth or we'll wash it out with soap? Can't I just do that to the dog?
I didn't cuss, so.
Oh, you're so perfect, Kyle. Sheila chimes in. Absolutely. Man up and go next door. If they are crabby, kill them with kindness, play nice, and smile a lot. I'm really good at that. 800-990-3776. After all of this, I feel as if coming clean is the best option, even though my girlfriend thinks
that's the way to go.
Honesty is the best policy.
In Whitefish Bay, if you lived in Milwaukee, you lived out in Lake Country, and nobody would see it, or that's just normal. Yeah, but in Whitefish Bay, buddy, I'm telling you,
neighborhood watch 24/7.
It will follow you forever. I know so many people's business in that community, and I have not been in that community in dang near 15 years. I still know people's business.
And they still know yours. It seems like.
Oh, I hope not.
I see a lot on the text line.
Oh no.
800-990-3776. We are Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Mousegate, I think, officially closed. I think when I get home, it's ring the doorbell and admit to the, not wrongs, admit to the panic.
I'm going to be eagerly awaiting tomorrow's show to hear how it all went down. Hear how it was received.
I wish I could record our conversation, play it over the air, but I don't think that's legal.
Men have just fallen.
How?
I mean, we're talking about this. We're all nervous about. You guys have been nervous about icked out about picking up that mouse too, right?
I'd have been fine.
Yeah, it would have to be bigger.
Yeah.
To be an issue.
Yeah,
not a mouse.
I'm glad it was already dead. I thought it was going to be like half dead, and she was going to have to smash it, to kill it. You don't want that thing like half moving in the living room.
Yeah, I just don't. I wouldn't want that anywhere near me.
Well, let's get to the KBN Academy coming up next. We got a lot to get to. Obviously, the Giannis documentary came out. Hear Brad Out is always a favorite on Wednesdays. Jordan Love conversation. Buck. So much more to come on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. I'm coming clean. I'm knocking on the door when I get home. 800-990-3776. Streaming on YouTube at ESPN Madison, at ESPN Milwaukee. We are Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
You throw hands?
Do I throw hands?
With T.O.
Will I? I throw hands with Andre the Giant, man.
I love you, Lou. That's Lewis from the north side. The north side always knows.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Do you love winning? This February, head to Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee and fall head over heels with the Love It or Leave It $400,000 game show. Thursday nights, you could play the Love It or Leave It game show where you can love your prize or leave it for another. Play with your club card to earn drawing entries. Top prize is $10,000 in cash. It's time for Love It or Leave It. Only at Potawatomi. Learn more at PaceBig.com. Must be 21 years old and a club member to play.
The area's best high school sports coverage is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania.
Hey, it's Jesse Nelson. Join the Dean Dennis Semrau and me for a Thursday night boys basketball showdown, the regular season finale. Madison East visits Middleton. Coverage starts at 7 o'clock on 100.5 ESPN and video streaming on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania is also brought to you by Canopy Wealth Management, Pasquale's Cantina, UW Credit Union, Stoughton Trailers, the GRB Academy, and Stoughton Health.
Working at a company that truly cares and invests in their employees should never be taken for granted. Work, learn, and earn at the Weld School at Stoughton Trailers. The program includes 1 week of paid training starting at $18 per hour and features small class sizes designed for individual attention. No prior experience is needed because teaching their employees is all part of the Stoughton Trailers way. Graduate into a full-time position in Stoughton or Evansville. Apply today at STOjobs.com. That's STOjobs.com.
Start the new year off right at Prairie Athletic Club. Hi, it's Sarah Tauscher, and my family loves the Pack. Get you and your family moving this winter with everything you'll need under one roof. Play on the basketball courts, the soccer field, or swim in their indoor pools. Try any of their group fitness classes, including CrossFit, Pilates, hot yoga, boot camp, and so much more. Come see for yourself why Prairie Athletic Club is voted the best place to work out and the best thing for kids to do year after year. Visit prairieathletic.com.
To those who've ever dreamt of their perfect event, those dreams are worthy and they are possible. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With hard work, passion, and great music, we will make your event dreams a reality. Every event is a labor of love with one-on-one planning, customization, and flawless execution. Bringing your event to life is what we do. For a fun, memorable event, visit celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
At Gruber Law Offices, we take great pride in helping those who have trusted us after a serious accident. Our team has the knowledge, resources, and experience to get you the results you deserve. Don't wait to get the help you need. Make the right call. Call Gruber Law Offices today. Proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. One call, that's all.
Hey, it's Bobby Portis, and I love playing basketball in Milwaukee. When I drive down the lane, I move fast and make sudden moves to drive to the hoop and score. But when I'm behind the wheel in the driving lane, I control my drive. I don't speed or make sudden movements. Speeding and reckless driving are the leading causes of traffic injuries and deaths in Wisconsin. Do what I do. Control your drive. Don't speed. Don't be reckless. Zero in Wisconsin. Together we can save lives. Wisconsin DOT.
For official rules and more information about every contest on 100.5 ESPN, visit ESPNWisconsinContests.com. That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN app.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Wisconsin.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
I've seen the devil down Sunset, in every place, in every face.
I was going to say, a beat's got to drop here. That's what I was waiting for. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. I'm Ben Brust alongside Kyle Wallace, Wisconsin backer, longtime NFL punter, second place Brad Nortman. Chris Larson running the show. 800-990-3776 is the ESPN Wisconsin talk and text line. You can check us out on video. Kyle's got a nice shirt on and has got his gown on as we always play the KBN. I don't know if it's a gown. What is it?
In radio, our goal's pretty simple.
Just so you know, we really suck.
Have an A show or an F show.
Hey, I'll decide who sucks around here.
The same goes for topics in this next segment. This is the KBN Academy.
Those that can't do, teach.
Was that thing a...
I believe they call it a
cape?
hood.
That's not a hood.
I believe they call it a master's hood.
I think it is technically a hood.
Well, that's stupid.
It
It's
is
not
stupid.
a hood.
It doesn't cover up your head.
It looks like a scarf.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
not
Master scarf.
No, it's a master's hood. That's what you have, a master's hood. You have a doctorate.
Show
hood.
me the proof you got a master's degree. I believe Brad's got one, but I need to see your credentials.
Okay, you want me to? I may actually have an email of my transcripts that I had to send over when I applied to different jobs.
I would love to see it.
Cool, I'll do that. I had a very good GPA, so I'm not ashamed.
I was going to say,
of
did you get good GPAs?
I've got a 3.7 or 8 in grad school.
Very
and
good.
a 3. I went down 3.24 in my senior year in college.
Got away
dragged
from
me
you?
Down. Well, yeah, and then I got a D in math my freshman.
Was it girl or parties?
I became an alpha, and it was a girl. So it was a lot.
Happens to the best of us. We are your professors for the KBN Academy. We are going to give A's or F's to Chris Larson's questions. Can't give a B, a C, or D, or anywhere else in between. Chris, what do we got today?
Kicking off the KBN Academy, Travis Kelce won Athlete of the Year, the Athlete of the Year award at the People's Choice Awards recently, only a few weeks after branding his nomination as bleeping nonsense. Kelce won the award over other nominees such as LeBron James, Giannis, Lionel Messi, Simone Biles, and Steph Curry. A or F, you would vote for Kelce out of the other nominees listed.
I mean, the obvious answer is F here. I mean, I could think of a million others. Like, what about the idea that Patrick Mahomes was the quarterback that won his third Super Bowl? Like, Travis Kelce was kind of bad this year. Like, he wasn't up to his normal standards as... because he's getting, as you guys know, he's old. He's getting old. He looks slower out there. He had a decent Super Bowl game, I believe. But again, they really had to work their way to trying to find him, to get him in spots to get the ball. He's not the dominant force that he was. So this is a publicity play. It's annoying. And I actually don't even think the others are that deserving. There's so many up-and-comers that are more fun than Travis Kelce.
Yeah, Travis Kelce noticeably lost a step all year. I mean, there are people saying that maybe if he'd win a Super Bowl this year, that maybe he'd retire. So I'm not sure that came out of his camp, but just came from his play. So to me, Athlete of the Year, many more deserving candidates than him. Even the people on this list I would have voted for before him. This is just all people trying to soak up, like you said, a publicity stunt. Let's see how we can bump our ratings, get that Taylor Swift bump, because Travis Kelce is now firmly a Swiftie.
Yeah, this is stupid. The People's Choice Award awards are just as bad as the Pro Bowl selection. This is a complete joke. How Travis Kelce is even on this list after this season, and how the fact that he won, this is a complete joke.
His name should not be next to these athletes.
Yeah, like literally the the NFL MVP and the NBA MVP, they both aren't on this list. This is a complete joke. Stephen Curry, LeBron James, Lionel Messi, sure. And Simone, I mean, she did great things, but this is all a complete joke of a list. This is terrible. I'm probably going to just boycott the People's Choice Awards.
I don't even know what the People's Choice Awards are.
It was on, I don't know what it is either, but it was on Sunday because I saw all these people in their gowns.
Yeah, I saw that crap too.
Do the people vote on them? Is this like a voting award or is this like a committee?
Regardless, it feels like the Pro Bowl.
It does.
It does.
A fraud.
It's a shame.
All right, let's move on here. Los Angeles Angels star Anthony Rendon told the media recently that baseball has never been a top priority for him. Rendon's commitment to baseball became a talking point last month when he jokingly said he wished the MLB season would be shorter than its current 162-game slate. ARF, you've played with guys who basketball or football wasn't a top priority for them.
This is a disrespectful question. Not everybody here played at a high level, Chris.
You played at Whitewater.
Football wasn't a top priority to me there.
I was going to say, hey, I played with a guy who basketball was not a top priority for them. And that was myself.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you didn't see that one coming.
No, I didn't.
Oh, wow. When I was playing professionally in Lithuania, I'll come way clean on this. I was miserable. I hated it. I went from playing in the Final Four, flying on private jets, playing in front of 80,000 at Jerry World in Dallas, to playing with the Milwaukee Bucks in Summer League. You can put air quotes on the playing part, but I was still on the roster.
They signed you. You got paid, didn't you?
To playing in Lithuania, which is a great basketball league. But I was in a 5,000 people village where no one spoke English. And personal stuff happened. I could hear myself think, in the walls, trying to figure out my life. I was miserable. Absolutely miserable. Parents got a divorce while I was over there. Everything was miserable. We went up in the first round of the playoffs 2-0 in a best-of-5 series. We lost 3 straight.
And you were excited.
I was like, I'm going home! I don't care about that $2,000 bonus if we go to the next round. I want to get the hell out of here. That's how bad life was.
I mean, that's honesty right there. That's pure honesty.
Yeah, I don't think it's the same. He makes like 200-something million. 300.
That's what I was just going to say next. Probably not comparable, but get me the hell out of there.
I played with some guys that football was not their first priority either. There was a guy that I played with.
Oh, shoot, I got that wrong real quick.
Yeah.
We were down 0-2. We had home court. We lost our first 2 games at home, so we were down 0-2. Then the next 2 games were on the road. One of our guys goes for 40. He's banking in threes, and I'm like, you got to be crapping me.
Were you playing on it?
I was playing.
So you was on the court. Chill.
Yeah, no. When I was on the bench, I probably played 20 minutes a game, and when I was on the bench, I was like, you can see me on YouTube, I'm just straight-eyed clapping, yeah!
It'd be like that scene in Semi-Pro where Will Ferrell's trying to stop them from scoring for free corn dogs, and he's defending against his own players. Ben Brust is trying to defend his own teammates.
I'm not gonna lie, when I had an open 3, I was like, I want to make it, but I won't be mad if I miss.
Well, I certainly had some players that were not their top priority. Football was a top priority for me when I was playing, so it wasn't necessarily me.
Maybe that's why he had a longer career than me.
There were some guys. There was one guy in particular who I can think of. He won some Super Bowls with the New England Patriots, actually. He was a running back. He was a baseball player and a football player, and he made it known that he preferred baseball. Every time we'd be talking, he's like, you know what? When I would be, in the dugout with my guys, we're like, dude, we get it. You like baseball more than you like
he was
football.
Currently playing in both?
No. Well, he played in college, and he got drafted for Major League Baseball. Also got drafted for the NFL, kind of like a Kyler Murray situation, but not as high. And he did the NFL, and he put together a 4 or 5 year career. But he was always like, I wish I was playing baseball. When you were playing baseball, you do this and this. We're like, dude, we get it. You like baseball. And
can he say the name?
Can Chris guess without you saying yes or no?
Is it Tyler Gaffney?
Very good. That's very impressive. How'd you know that?
Because I know he's a 2-time champ. I know he played baseball and football.
Yeah.
If you follow recruiting and stuff like that, you don't.
He was a really good dude. He was an intellect too. He was reading all the
time.
Played
at Stanford.
Yep. He was sharing books with me all the time. He's like, you should read this book. I was like, okay, yeah. So he was a great dude. I loved him. But he made it clear that
okay, yeah.
He loved baseball. There were some offensive linemen I played with. They just wanted to raise money so they could buy a farm. It was legit. He's like, this is my retirement is going to be buying a farm. I know exactly how much I need. That's how long I'm playing for. And I'm going to go buy a farm.
Powerful.
I know. Like, okay, man. Eat your own.
And to be honest, not for long league, you might as well have a backup plan.
I got to say, for both of them, Tyler Gaffney and these offensive linemen worked out.
Yeah, I'm not mad about it. I mean, I can't really answer this question. I haven't played professionally. But I'm not mad at Anthony Rendon. You know what? Hey, if this isn't your love, that's okay. You're just good at something that you get paid a lot of money to do. It doesn't mean he's not going to try hard. It just means it's not a priority. Hey, I strike out. Oh, well, I get hurt and injured where I don't play, but I still get paid. Hey, that's life.
Life's unfair.
Life is unfair, but that paycheck ain't. Baseball, guaranteed money.
Yeah, I guess that's just stupid on the organization for not sniffing that out. That is it for KBN Academy. We are Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin, and we've talked a little bit about Bucks Plus and all the great things that we have going on there. I just want to talk a little bit about the Behind the Bucks podcast on Bucks Plus, because we had Jen Latta on yesterday as she did a couple of interviews with producers and directors of Giannis, The Marvelous Journey, which you could see on Amazon Prime. But if you want to know more about the stories and how it got there, go to the Behind the Bucks podcast on bucksplus.com, bucks.com/Bucks Plus, and then you have wherever you get your podcast. Literally, wherever you get your podcast, find Bucks Plus wherever you get it. Apple, Spotify, TuneIn. And Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher. So behind-the-scenes look at the Giannis documentary, discussions with community leaders, and find out the thoughts of former stars. It brings you all the Bucks stories like you've never heard before. That's Behind the Bucks, presented by Gallagher. Find it on Bucks Plus, wherever you get your podcasts. Speaking of Giannis, The Marvelous Journey, if you could create and be like, I got an idea for a documentary, Wisconsin sports related, it could be anything, which documentary would you want to see made? That's next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Craig Counsell bobblehead that was given away, and we just did a nice soliloquy, is that the right word?
Yeah, like a montage,
like a Virgil.
Vigil.
Vigil.
A vigil. We did a vigil.
Vigil.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Alex Strofe.
Varsity on Wisconsin On Demand is home to all the latest and best Badgers content on ESPN Wisconsin. Subscribe on Apple, Spotify, Wisconsin On Demand, and wherever you get your podcasts. The rumor mill was swirling Tuesday as reports have come out that the Wisconsin Badgers football team may play a road game at Lambeau Field this upcoming season. Northwestern, who the Badgers are scheduled to play on Saturday, October 19th, are undergoing stadium upgrades and construction throughout the course of this season and have been on the search for places to play their home game. According to the report from Wildcat Report, Northwestern's athletic director told alum in New York City last week that Northwestern will play a game at Lambeau Field this year, but neither school is confirmed as of Tuesday.
Get 0% interest for up to 3 years, or get no money down, no interest, and no payments for up to 18 months at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Visit PellaWI.com.
Ben Brust here for Zimbrick European off the Beltline at Rimrock Road. It's been over 4.5 years I've worked with Zimbrick European, and it's time for you to stop on by and check out all the inventory they have to offer. You can also go to ZimbrickEuropean.com for certified pre-owns, Mercedes, Audi, Porsche, electric vehicles. They literally have it all for you. It's your one-stop shop. Don't forget about Mercedes-Benz Sprinter vans as well. Zimbrick European off the Beltline at Rimrock Road. Check it out. You will enjoy it.
Protect your dream home with American Family Insurance. And you can weather any storm. You'll also save up to 25% by bundling home, auto, and life. American Family Insurance. Get a quote. Find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Discounts may not apply to all coverages on an auto or home policy. Discounts do not apply to life insurance policies. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
The GRB Rays have established themselves as one of the top baseball programs in the Midwest and the country. GRB Academy offers training programs for players of all ages and skill levels. Learn from some of the best baseball coaches in the area and find the program that fits your training goals and your schedule. Spots are filling up fast, so visit grbacademy.com to sign up now. That's grbacademy.com. GRB Academy, baseball for the serious player.
Life has its moments, times to remember and share. Make the most of those special occasions by visiting Goodman's Jewelers at 220 State Street. John Hayes from Goodman's Jewelers. We're here to help you make that perfect selection for your memorable moment. When you think of diamonds, you hear about color, cut, clarity, and carat weight. We can help you understand that, but we're equally concerned with earning your trust with the quality of our selection and our service. Goodman'sJewelers.com, in the heart of downtown Madison. Truly a destination worth reaching.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because our home policies help protect your dreams and come with peace of mind. Save up to 25% by bundling home, auto, and life. American Family Insurance. Get a quote, find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Discounts may not apply to all coverages on an auto or home policy. Discounts do not apply to life insurance policies. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic Sports in Wisconsin.
For official rules and more information about every contest on 100.5 ESPN, visit ESPNWisconsinContests.com. That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN app.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
You're a what I see, you don't fuck with me. Why you telling me to say the same?
JT's kinda got it.
When you say got it, what do you mean?
Like, he's got it.
What does that mean? What is it? What is it? Do I got it? Does Brad have it?
Brad's got it, you know.
Oh, yeah.
What is that? You got Riz? What is it that he's got?
I'm just saying, it felt good coming into the show with this song. He just got it.
Is JT the white usher? Think about it. Think about it. They're pretty similar.
I like it.
I love the song. I would say
White people.
I would say he. Okay, maybe.
Or is he like,
I feel like he's above Usher in the sense of like what he means to pop culture, and white popcorn. Black folks. He can come to the barbecue. He can come to the cookout. JT got an invite,
but Taylor can't.
You know what? Taylor can come because she had Ice Spice in her box. And
okay.
Taylor be for the people. Though I don't like Taylor Swift for like the off-field stuff that they love her for. Taylor come to the cookout, and just as long as she don't bring that unseasoned.
Can Brad not come to the cookout?
Brad don't get passed. Brad, we need some more time to make sure Brad is valid.
Who's what?
You ain't gonna embarrass me around my black friends. I'd be dang.
Oh no, I'd be cool with everybody. I would be tight with everybody.
That's not giving Kyle.
So tight.
I'd be cool.
Cool. That's the first problem.
Cool.
You'd be cool with everybody. I'd be tight.
Cool.
With everybody.
Tight. I thought tight was like a 2000s thing.
No, but you just said cool. You said I'll be cool. I'll be tight. You gotta
I would be accepted there.
Cool. Because you a fool. You know what I'm saying? They say, yeah, that boy over there, he's a little crazy. So Brad, you can come with my peoples, you know. You'll be fine, but they'd be like, you know, gotta loosen up a little bit. Get some carbs.
They say that to me?
We'll have to dump some carbs in your mouth to loosen you up a little bit.
Okay, I have a couple carbless.
I feel like his shoulders, his hips, and his knees need some WD-40 just to loosen him up a little bit.
Yeah, because you know they start playing a Cupid Shuffle. I can't have you looking out there stiff now. And who brought this?
Brad's doing the robot, but he's not even trying. 800-990-3776, 800-990-ESPN. I have not seen it yet. I try and save things that I know that my girlfriend and I will want to watch together for like the weekend. And Giannis, the Marvelous Journey, from all accounts on Amazon Prime, is a doc that I think that everyone can relate to, and not relate to, but find joy watching. Like I've seen the tweets. I've seen people talk about it who've seen it. Maybe some tears will be shed if you have an emotional heart like Brad Nortman. I could see you maybe shedding one for this.
Oh, sure.
But it led us to a fun discussion of which Wisconsin sports documentary would you want to see made next. Because there was a Reggie White one that just dropped recently. Now we got Giannis, but I definitely know what I want to see.
Yeah, we've been so lucky to have not only great Wisconsin sports documentaries come out, but things that we've witnessed that are documentary worthy, right? Between the Minister of Defense and Giannis. I mean, there's so many great players and people that you could follow in Wisconsin sports, but also so many great dramatic moments and eras in Wisconsin sports. So for me, I thought of one right away that I want to see, and that is Ryan Braun's steroid denial. Everything that happened with the sample collector, there's the whole fallout from that. That to me feels like a true crime type documentary, right? Because
those are always good too.
Because there's allegations, and then there's everything that he was trying to do to get around the protocol, and then the guy himself being attacked. Just everything about it. It shouts scandal. It shouts just intrigue. I've even got a title for it. You ready for the title?
Oh.
It's always darkest before the brawn.
Oh!
Dastardly denial at all costs.
I think you could have just left it at the brawn.
It's always darkest before the brawn.
In honor of Giannis the Marvelous Journey, what is the next Wisconsin sports documentary you would like to see made? 800-990-3776, 800-990-ESPN.
Here's the one I can't wait to come out, because it will be coming out, because we're almost at the 30-year anniversary of this. It is the return to Titletown. And when I say the return to Titletown, that is the return of the Lombardi Trophy to Green Bay. So I would love to see a documentary that will follow, because I don't know if you guys saw the Run Barry Run, that documentary that followed his career. They have cameras watching everything. And so I would love to see a documentary of the Green Bay Packers 95-96 season, when they had a team that was loaded full of talent, but they lost to the Cowboys. But then it continues on to the season that they go and they win the Super Bowl. And then the year after you go, when you're trying to repeat, you see them lose as well, and then really everything fall apart. You got so many stars. There's so many good storylines. You got the coaches on that staff. You guys remember Andy Reid? We know Andy Reid. Andy Reid was on that
Coach
staff.
Mark Chmura, Jen Gabe and Chewy.
Speaking of Mark Chmura, in that 95 season, guess who was a Pro Bowler?
Mark Chmura.
Mark Chmura, Brett Favre, Reggie White in that documentary, Antonio Freeman. You got Steve Mariucci as well. I mean, there's so many legends that could be part of that film and go back and kind of talk about what it was during that time. Of course, Mike Holmgren. You got Ron Wolf. I mean, that would be a magical, nostalgic thing to watch. If you thought Reggie White's The Minister of Defense was good, this right here would be a classic, especially get Brett Favre to open up and talk about all the wild times off the field, too.
I don't know. You guys left me a good one, and if you don't know this, I think we've discussed it, Brad. Susie Favor Hamilton. That story is fascinating to me.
She's a skater?
Yes. There's a deep story there, but the one that I would be most interested in, and I think I've come up with a really good name.
Ooh.
From this won't be the name, but basically from the moment that Jordan Love was drafted, and Aaron Rodgers went to Hawaii and hosted Jeopardy and showed up and did his long press conference and FaceTime gate with Goody. You name it. I want from the 2020 NFL draft to the day that Jordan Love took over. And I've titled it From Darkness to Love.
Ooh, that's good too.
Come on, that's good. Darkness Retreat.
That's good.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know. It's From Darkness to Love doesn't ring well, right?
Well, I didn't say it could be workshopped. You don't got to be a critic. You don't just got to be a critic. You can work with me here.
No, there's something to love, right? There is something where it has to be the evolution or the birth or the beginning. Or
it's ultimately I want the Rodgers versus Goody aspect, and I wanted love in the title because that's what Goody basically used as like the breaking point of Rodgers no longer going to be a Green Bay Packer forever.
Love in the shadows
of darkness.
No,
I just want the darkness
Jordan
part.
Love was in the shadow in the shadows of darkness. In the shadow of darkness. The story of Jordan Love's rise to the Green Bay Packers franchise quarterback, Hall of Fame quarterback, and Super Bowl winning quarterback.
That's a future documentary that's unwritten.
There it is. How you like that?
I want the untold story. I want the unfiltered. I want Goody and Rodgers to have some Mark Murphy in both of them, where they just start spewing everything out of their mind.
I would love to get them separately in a room, interview, and it's it's mounting until a climax. You get them in the same room together and have them air their grievances to one another. Now that would be
you gotta wait. You gotta wait till they're in their 60s at that point, because it's gonna take time. Because Aaron Rodgers is gonna be mad and upset about Goody, the lack of what Goody did for generations. Like, it takes time for people to heal over that, because once Aaron retires, because Aaron's is he about to be 40? He'll turn 40 this year, right?
He is 40.
I think
he
is
just turned
40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Aaron Rodgers, he's going to have to retire. Then he has to have time away, and then eventually they're going to have to come together and make it. Well, they should make a documentary.
Dwayne from West Bend chimes in with Blind Love, which, I mean, there was a lot of blind trust as it comes to the Jordan Love era, because, I mean, if we're being honest, a lot of us were pretty pumped because the expectations weren't set super high for what he had looked like in training camp and taking over for Rodgers, and then he wooed us. He wooed us. Cody in the 262, I want to see one about the Milwaukee Wave, the longest continuously running professional soccer team in the country.
Didn't know that. I didn't know
Shout
that.
out to Keith Tozer.
Shout out to Chicago Storm. My brother played professional indoor soccer.
Nobody care about Chicago around here. This is Milwaukee.
I'm just saying,
Dang.
he
Milwaukee
probably
Wave. No,
he probably played
lost.
against
He
the
probably
Milwaukee
lost
Wave.
to him.
I hope he did. I just think it's cool that my brother played professional indoor soccer.
Which brother is this?
Not the crazy one from the South that calls in all the time.
Okay. The good one.
800-990-3776 in honor of the Giannis documentary, Giannis the Marvelous Journey. What is the next Wisconsin sports documentary you want to see made? Brad wants to see something along Ryan Braun. Kyle wants to see the return to Titletown, and I want to see Goody versus Rogers, the untold story. What do you got? 800-990-3776. What is the next Wisconsin sports documentary you want to see made? In 2 minutes, we'll be back. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Jim Rutledge here for Hanson & Sons, Madison's #1 family-owned chimney and fireplace specialist. To celebrate 71 years of service, Hanson & Sons is offering 7.1% savings on any of their new high-efficiency installed fireplaces or their expert winter masonry chimney repairs. Replace that old, dirty, wood-burning fireplace with a new high-efficiency remote-controlled gas or electric fireplace. Sale ends February 29th. Go to hansonandsons.com today for more information. That's hansonandsons.com.
Hey, this is former Badger Brad Nortman.
Nortman, it's a fake. Great call and great execution.
You're listening to a Good Karma Brands radio station, 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison. My name is Riley Yauk, and this is your Sports Center update brought to you by Mr. Irrelevant. Join Alex Strofe, Hunter Vaughn, and a featured special guest every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12:30, streaming exclusively on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. And subscribe to the Mr. Irrelevant podcast on Wisconsin On Demand. Starting in baseball as the Brewers gear up for their first spring training game on Saturday against the Padres. This morning, when speaking to reporters, new Brewers manager Pat Murphy likened watching his players prepare to training horses.
That's just great to lay eyes on them. And I don't know what it's like to be a horse trainer, you know what I mean? But just think about it, like there's something about, seeing your horse, I bet. You know what I mean? I'm just envisioning like what that's like to go out, out in the stables or in the barn, or out in the practice track, you know what I mean? And you're watching them move, you're watching them. You believe in the animal, but you're out there with it. So.
Gotta love Murph. Let's get back to some KBN.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studios in Madison, this is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Lots of suggestions coming in on the ESPN Wisconsin talk and text line, 800-990-3776. Giannis the Marvelous Journey just came out on Amazon Prime. What's the next Wisconsin sports documentary you want to see made? Brad wants to see the PED scandal of Ryan Braun. Kyle wants to see Titletown. Or what'd you say? I liked it.
The Return to Titletown. The
And I
story of the Green Bay Packers.
Goody versus Rogers, I think, is just the perfect title.
Yeah, don't overthink that one.
That's what it is. Yeah. It's what it is. It's what it was. But like, I just want to hear, like, if you could get the in-depth interviews of them and the people around them, and I honestly feel as if the story would almost be more confusing because all the propaganda from each side would try and further the story to help them win, which would be the fascinating part of me watching that, because I still feel like both sides were wrong in a way, but they would continue to try to prove how wrong everyone is.
It would take a masterful director to be able to work those things together, because you could probably put Goody and Rogers frame by frame together saying completely opposite things, and they probably wouldn't be in agreement.
It was him at the same time.
Real quick question to you guys. Would this be a one-episode documentary? Would this be a multi-part series? Because my thing with Braun, give me a 90-minute all meat, just one. I don't want multiple parts. Just give me like just all the heaviness in one great long episode.
Put this on the poll, Chris, at KBN ESPN. Do you like a one-part 90-minute documentary or a 4-part series?
Good question.
Because
what would it be for you guys?
It's a great question because I'm in the middle of one series that is an hour and 30 minutes long. But then I feel like I'm wanting more. But then I'm also like in the Redeem Team. It was that one. That was that 90-minute. I really like that one.
It's a good one.
And then you got more Last Dance style, which is I think 8 episodes. But you get where I'm going, right?
That was good stuff.
It was, but it also is like I almost wish I could just watch 2 episodes right now, so I don't have to watch all 8 again. Like I don't want to go through 8 episodes of something I already watched once. If I want to relive it, I don't want to relive 8 episodes.
Well, because I don't know about you guys, but if you guys told me, hey, Brad, you got to watch this documentary, check it out on XYZ streaming service, and I check it out, and I see 8 episodes, I'm thinking, oh, man, like that's a commitment. I'm probably not doing that.
No,
if
you
it's
get hooked.
90 minutes, I'll check that out.
Come on now, we all got hooked on what's his name? Joe somebody.
Joe Exotic.
Joe Exotic. We all got hooked on a little Joe Exotic.
That's because there was nothing going on. There was a lot going on, but we were all stuck inside.
But for this, I think maybe for Ryan Braun, that seems like more of a documentary movie.
Yeah. Mine's 4 parts.
And for mine, it's 4 parts as well, because you got to have the traumatic, because you have each season that you can go by. It might be 5-part series for mine, because then you got to have kind of
you got to set up the 70s and 80s, the pre Don Mikowski 89 seasons.
Okay, the pre Brett Favre. Let's not look. Don't kill me now, KBN Nation and those on Twitter X. But we're not going to say the pre-Magic Man. We're going to say pre-Brett Favre, because pre-Magic Man
I'm saying Mikowski is a part of pre-Favre. He's part of that first series.
Pre-Favre. Don't say pre-Mikowski. Mikowski. Don't matter.
Mikowski.
Sheila chimes in, 800-990-3776. I was a bartender at Lake Country Tavern. Some of the Packers would randomly visit during that era. I have some great stories. They were generous and fun.
I'm sure they were fun. I've heard some stories, too. Fun guys.
800-990-ESPN. Definitely Goody versus Rogers. So we have it up on Twitter at KBN for you to chime in.
And the one thing about yours, Brad, is that you will get so much juice from Major League Baseball. The people who are now, because
nice job,
Baseball
Juice.
had the people who are in charge of baseball at the time, that has kind of transferred over. And I know some folks who worked in baseball, and let me tell you, they were very upset with Ryan Braun, because Ryan Braun cheated the system, and he disrespected somebody at a time as well. But Ryan Braun cheated the system. I remember back in obviously the early 2010s when this all went down, and I remember somebody telling me, yeah, he's a cheat. This is what happened. Like, they would tell you all the good juice.
This is juicy as well. Dennis chimes in. How about a documentary about Rogers where they only interview his family and past girlfriends?
Ooh. That would be spicy. We'd get an interesting look.
That would be really good.
Salacious. That's a great word, Kyle.
It would be.
That master's degree is showing.
A master's degree is showing, and then also watching trash TV. You know when they say that word, it means there's going to be a lot of boom type things dropped.
A lot who want to see Paul Monitor and Robin Yount as well. Keep it coming, 800-990.
I feel like that would be wild. Because back in the 80s, it was a different. The Monitor and I've heard stories about what they did too before games.
What stories?
Really?
I'm not saying nothing out there. I love the Brewers.
I love the Brewers too, but you can talk about something that was like obviously 40 years ago.
Well, I heard some booger sugar with some things that baseball players did before games.
I think that was a thing back in that era.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't want to get hit with no.
It can't be worse than gambling on baseball.
Gripping the bat, in the batter's box. That's true.
That's what they said.
Unless you know that they were Pete Rose in it.
No, nothing to that.
No, I do feel like the 80s Brewers team doesn't get like the love they should, because the Brewers were trash before and after that, and they went to the World Series. That's unbelievable. Think of what we would do now for a World Series
Nobody
appearance.
cares about a loser.
Crane in Milwaukee, 800-990-3776. Is that a typo? Or is that your name? Because it's kind of unique and I like it.
That's it. Cuts down confusion in a crowd.
What do you got?
So here's my topic. It's not sexy, but how about documentary on the old time players that had to work second jobs? My old man hired some Packer players in the off season, stuff like that. Before we started having millionaires everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you.
How things came up, how these guys would, just lay the foundation for what we have today. But unfortunately to me, there's too much dancing. But that's a whole nother topic.
Yeah, thank you.
But that's it.
Thank you, Crane. We have a living story right now. Mark Chimura, Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, Mark Tauscher of Wilde and
No,
Tausch.
he's not talking about those guys.
I know.
Yeah, he ain't talking about them.
It would be cool to see like a 60s, like a 1960s Packer one, or even before then when they were winning in the 50s and whatnot. Because do you know why training camp exists?
Why does training camp exist, Brad?
Because as Crane was the guy who just called Crane, as Crane said, these guys.
Did you call him Ukraine?
Just as Crane was saying, these guys would be working other jobs, and that whole time for 6, 8, 7 months, they wouldn't be doing anything football. So you needed a legitimate training camp, a boot camp of sorts, to get these dudes back in shape, because they'd show up completely out of shape.
Tom in Waukesha, 800-990-3776. I can't believe I haven't seen this one. I think I know where you're going.
Hey, gentlemen, I want one called Boots on the Ground, the Badger back since Barry.
Love it.
Ooh, I like that one.
We need a Barry doc.
We do. He deserves one, like on a big level.
I mean, at this. I think his grandson outed the non-Packer fandom of the family necessarily. I think he said on a podcast before the Packers played the Cowboys.
And that's why they lost. He was running his mouth too much.
That being said, the common theme, we have Kyle's doc of bringing it back to Titletown. The Badgers also were bad in the 70s and 80s, and then when Barry came around, winning Rose Bowl, setting the new standard. Now that standard needs to be picked up with that 6.5 or 7.5 win total that you were
6.5.
Yeah. Ugh. Well, here's where we're going next. Kyle's going to tell you about a wonderful platform that we have in Bucks Plus, but I love on Wednesdays Hear Brad Out. So Kyle, tell us all about the great partnership between Good Karma Brands and the Milwaukee Bucks, and how you can get inside looks at great podcasts we got going on.
Oh, yeah, you can. So listen, from the biggest plays on the court to the comments made in the locker room after, an in-depth recap of every Bucks game in 6 minutes, no more. That's it. 6 minutes. No more than that, no less than that, and it's called Bucks in 6 on the Bucks Plus Audio Network. If you've missed any of the games or just want to relive the biggest moments, Bucks in 6 provides game recaps with every morning after. Hear the high-flying dunks from Giannis or the deep threes from Dame, and catch the comments post-game about what happened on the court. Bucks in 6 on the Bucks Play Plus Audio Network. Find it now on bucks.com/plus or on Spotify, Apple, and wherever you get your podcasts.
We hear from our punter. I hope it's good, because if it's not, he knows what we're going to let him know, and you should too. Hear Brad Out, coming up next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
So they are lucky. Those other teams, whether it's Kentucky or whether it's Oregon or was it TCU?
That was TCU.
TCU, they're lucky I didn't play in that game. You got upset by a bad team, TCU.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
You can drive cutting-edge design. 2024 Audis are on the lot and ready for delivery. You could save $7,500 on select Audi EVs with the AFS EV lease bonus. See dealer for details and exclusions. Eligibility is subject to credit approval through Audi Financial Services. Cannot be combined with National Customer Credit. Offer expires February 24th, 2024. Stop in and test drive today. Check out our website to see our current electric vehicle inventory and our monthly specials. The search for your Audi begins and ends at Zimbrick Audi of Madison. Off the Beltline and Rimrock Road. Drive yours today.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control 4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
Sharon needed legal help. She needed Gruber Law Offices.
When I think about Gruber Law Office, I think about how they took care of me, how they make sure that you get what you're supposed to get. Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all. I will always trust one call, that's all.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
They are the best. I'm very happy.
Join Prairie Athletic Club this winter. Hi, it's Sarah Tauscher here, and my family loves the Pack. Everything you and your family will need this winter is all under one roof at the Prairie Athletic Club. Play on the basketball courts or soccer fields, swim in their indoor pools, or experience some of their adult and youth group fitness classes. Get out of the cold and into the club. Prairie Athletic Club, to see why the Pack is voted the best place to work out year after year. Visit prairieathletic.com to join the Pack today.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer. Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that maintains a job bank, provides employment information, or gives job referrals, you may request to be placed on the station's mailing list for future career opportunities. To learn more about careers at Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control 4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
Stoughton Health, in collaboration with patient and family advisors, seeks to advance the healthcare experience at Stoughton Health by providing a forum for past patients and families to provide feedback on a variety of healthcare and other related topics. Advisors offer constructive feedback on their personal journey at Stoughton Health, helping to elevate the patient experience and increase satisfaction. Interested? Please call Amy at 608-873-2308.
We tend not to think about right now, but right now in front of us is victory over cancer. Right now, cancer research funded by the V Foundation is leading to better treatments and saving lives. When you give to the V Foundation, 100% of your donation goes directly to game-changing cancer research. Victory over cancer is there for the taking by you. Donate at v.org, because today's cancer research is tomorrow's victory.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
I don't drink that red.
Well, I didn't find. My girlfriend found a dead mouse earlier today from one of our dogs bringing it in from the outside. We were on FaceTime. I helped calm everything down until she left me in the house, took the mouse on a shovel, and threw it over into my neighbor's yard. Think I'm going to come clean. If you missed any of that, that was the start of the show. Catch it on Wisconsin On Demand. Talked a lot about the Giannis documentary, Giannis, The Marvelous Journey. What's the next Wisconsin sports doc that you want to see made? A ton more coming in on the ESPN Wisconsin Talk and Text line. We will get back to all of that. But first, as we are Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, we got to hear from our guy, Brad.
They say punters are people too.
Punters are worthy of breaking news.
No, really, that's what they say.
Raising awareness everywhere that punters are people too.
Okay, let's go to it. Time to hear from the punter. Time to hear Brad out.
Guys, I got an idea that I think is absolutely brilliant.
You say that every week.
The Green Bay Packers should play one home game every 4 years at Camp Randall Stadium. That's right. Leave the confines of Lambeau Field and play one game every 4 years. Don't you shake your head, Kyle Wallace.
You lost me
Don't you
already.
shake your head. Now I'm going to come with
I'm
reasons
intrigued.
as to why. All right. Guys, Wisconsin just announced, and Northwestern announced, that they're going to play Northwestern's home game at Lambeau Field. The Badgers did this against LSU as well back in 2016.
I had so much fun at that game.
Yeah, it turned out unbelievable, right? It's a totally different scene for these college students and for the college fans. Everybody loves a little bit of a change-up, right? I want you to think about the Green Bay
Unless you're
Packers.
facing Devin Williams. I'm sorry, I couldn't stop
That's
myself.
fair. That's fair. Imagine the Green Bay Packers taking over the city of Madison. Imagine the student sections in Camp Randall in green and gold saying all the things, doing jump around literally in the confines of Camp Randall Stadium, rooting for the Packers. It would be an absolute Green Bay Packer takeover in the city of Madison. State Street, the tailgates, everything about it. You can bring that Wisconsin Badger excitement, college tailgate atmosphere to the already outstanding experience that is a Green Bay Packer home game. And here's why it's not a big deal. It's because now every year, introducing the 17th game, every other year you get a 9th home game at Lambeau. So one of the times you get it, do 9 games in a row at Lambeau. Every other time, therefore every 4th year, go ahead and play that at Camp Randall Stadium. And look, if it takes off, why not have the Bears play at Notre Dame, the Saints play at LSU, the Falcons at Georgia Stadium, the Jags at the Swamp, Seattle at Oregon, Pittsburgh at Penn State, and Detroit play at Michigan? This could be something that's called back to school weekend in the NFL. What do you guys think?
I mean, I'm trying to find the reason why it wouldn't work, because I love the idea. The idea of being at Camp Randall and having the environment be the antithesis of what it is at Lambeau. Finally, it's my word. I got it right. And eat, bleep, bleep you.
Yes.
You know, like just that college energy. And if you're standing up, it's a college environment. Like, I don't care if it feels more of like the old people are going to get mad at you. And as part of this is at Camp Randall. But also, you're likely going to be a little bit more sauced up at a Badger Stadium game for the Packers.
They don't even sell alcohol in that.
That's the beauty of
More
it.
sauced up.
You know how many times
they
I've had to
would for this
sneak in
game.
some shooters?
Yeah, actually, there were.
You see my brother probably do it.
There are literally bottles in the family section, bottles of little alcohol everywhere.
Everyone does it. So I love the idea. There'd have to be like a rev share. Like, I'm just trying to think of like what would stop it? Because Mark Murphy and the Packers, they love hoarding money. And so taking that away from Lambeau Field is where my hiccup is from a making it happen standpoint. But why not? Why not, Kyle?
Yeah, Kyle.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. When you said back to school weekend, it did kind of tickle my fancy a little bit. I did kind of like that. But here's my thing. Is overall, I mean, it's a cool idea. It's great. But I would prefer them actually have a game in a place that, not saying Madison doesn't care about the Packers. I'm sure they do in Madison. But we used to play a game at Milwaukee County Stadium here. It used to be the Milwaukee game. They used to play here in Milwaukee at County Stadium. If they're going to play anywhere, it needs to be at AmFam Field before they go to UW-Madison to play a football game.
No, there's not. You don't have as many seats.
There's only 45,000
It
at
is
AmFam.
simply a standing on the fact of they took away one tradition where they came to Milwaukee to play games. I don't want them going to Madison before they come back to Milwaukee. So it has nothing to do with the fact that I dislike the idea. It's the principle of the fact they need to come to Milwaukee before they head to Madison. But I do like the idea, and somebody here in our group chat here on YouTube said it should be a preseason game. I think
it's actually a great idea.
I think the students will love that for a preseason game. I think Mark Murphy and the Packers be willing to give up a preseason game as well and have a great atmosphere.
But don't you think that Camp Randall would be I love AmFam Field, right? But don't you think Camp Randall brings a little bit something different, being in Madison, and it's already a football field?
It does.
Imagine the Madison student section for a Packer game. How fun would that be?
No,
It's a great changeup.
Yeah,
You said it. It's a great changeup.
The NFL's a bit, I love the NFL, but sometimes it can be a bit
Stuffy.
stodgy, a bit stuffy. So you just loosen everybody up for one game.
No, I think I
Your
think
back's
it's a
gonna
good
hurt either
idea.
one. It's got no
Yeah,
back seating on those stands.
I'm not opposed to it, but I say put my city first, 414 forever. So put Milwaukee first, and let's do Camp Randall for a preseason game. How about that?
Preseason game is like a trial, and then maybe, just maybe, that 9th home game, maybe you get a little regular season game.
It would be interesting in a great environment to see these NFL teams play in a college environment again, where it's not as stuffy, it's a little bit more wild, and the pregame tailgate is a little bit different, where instead of wearing the red and white, they're wearing the green and yellow little jump-up corduroy stuff or whatever. What's that called?
Like the overalls.
The overalls, yeah, we're in overalls.
800-990-3776. A lot of reaction to Brad's idea. Drew in the 608. Kyle, I believe they also used to play games at Camp Randall. Wayne, they've done that, Brad. Preseason games in the 1990s. Adam, absolutely not. There's a reason why they get rid of Milwaukee games. Brad, I'm usually on board with you, but absolutely not today. Jeff in the 262. Nope, they can't sell beer there.
You have to fix the beer problem for sure.
I think they're on their way.
But what doesn't that make it more fun? Where everybody turns up outside, you got old people and young people turning up together for a Green Bay Packer game. That'd be a good time.
That's what made the Badger again. If they did it in the 90s, the evolution of fandom for our football teams has only grown, as evidence to going up to Lambeau Field for that Wisconsin LSU game that you mentioned. That was so electric. It happened to be a beautiful day. Obviously, it was early in the September month. So I love the idea of packing Regent Street, packing Madison, the mix of like Packer fans and college kids and youth. Like, even if the college kids don't get like all the student section tickets that they had, but like maybe a couple sections.
I don't think Madison is built for this. You know why? Because when you have, I think you'll have
and
a lot.
Green Bay is?
because Green Bay is set up around Lambeau for fans, for entertainment.
Do you know how many stadiums don't have?
No, but I'm just saying, like right now, students do pre-games at a lot of house parties. We're like fans, real fans.
Bars, State Street.
Bars, and there's
Camp Randall holds 80,000 people every Saturday. You're acting like they don't hold massive events in Madison.
You're gonna have less students and more fans, like adults.
That would be fun.
That's fine though. Like it's the atmosphere. It's the party beforehand. It's the party after.
Where are the 20,000 extra people who aren't college students getting drunk at some frat house before the game going to turn up at?
But there's
the frat
tailgates,
houses.
There's
they
parties.
can go in there. It's bringing everyone together.
That sounds dangerous.
It sounds
old
like
50-year-old men around 20-year-olds. No.
Okay, that's where your head.
Oh my gosh. And think about and good point about. Okay, I will admit my ignorance that the Packers did this in the 90s. Very fair point.
I did
not know that. But even more so, think about how much better Camp Randall and Lambeau are iconic. Both stadiums have gotten significantly better over the last 30 years. Significantly better. So even more of a reason that Camp Randall is equipped to handle an NFL team and an NFL game.
Yeah, I mean,
I think there's something to it.
No,
I'm all in. I would be there.
So,
and I'm not a go to the game guy, but
yes.
that's an experience where I can be like, ooh, I want to be in Madison for the turnout.
And real quick, that's why the once every 4 years, it keeps the novelty aspect to it. Once a year, too many times. Once every 4 years, I think you'd get that crowd of just enough built-up excitement.
You could, and back to the fact that, again, we didn't know about the 90s, but Camp Randall is different now than what it is in the 90s. We just talked about the documentary about Barry Alvarez, the Wisconsin and Badger football, and I was told stories about in the 80s how you can just walk up and go into the game and it wasn't that packed in the early 80s, whereas now it is always packed out. But there is more nostalgia and there's more oomph there for college students to go play in a professional stadium than for professionals to go play in a college stadium.
800-990-3776. Kevin in Sheboygan chimes in. I haven't disliked Brad's hear Brad outs like Kyle and Ben has, but as much as you guys have, this is one of the best ideas he's had. Wisconsin football Saturdays are one of the best experience year after year, and mixing that, and that's the key word, mixing that with some Packer fans and Badger fans and different groups of people would be epic. Now this one's funny because Drew in the 608 says, Kyle, just say you've never been to a Badger game where his cousin was literally on the team, and all he's been to is Badger games.
I've been to quite a few Badger games over the last 4 years.
You just don't know how to have fun. That's what we're learning today.
I go to the Wisconsin College game day tailgate. Thank you very much.
Hey, we turn it up, too.
There might not be booze in the stadium, but there will be carbless all over Regent Street.
Man, can you imagine everybody just having fun, getting ready to cheer their team on and sipping their carbless? I know that's what I would be doing. I would be getting geared up to watch my team play by sipping a carbless. That's because carbless, it is my go-to. It is my only alcoholic beverage when I'm looking to either turn up and have some fun or just chill back and relax. That's because it has everything I want. I'm health conscious. I'm active. I don't want to feel terrible during and after drinking it, and carbless does that for me. No carbs, no 100 calories, no sugars, gluten-free, less carbonation, perfect amount just to make it be refreshing, not so much that it gives you bloat like everybody else. So that gives me less guilt when drinking. Made right here in Wisconsin. That is another thing that I love about them. It doesn't stop there, though. The taste, the flavor, there's something for everyone. You're going to close your eyes and be like, this tastes 100% like a handcrafted cocktail that is made with real vodka and real tequila, because that's exactly what it is. There's taste for everything, whether it be raspberry, pineapple, lemon, lime, or cranberry, or the classic cocktails, which I love so much. The Paloma, the Margarita, and the Moscow Mule. So good. I want you to experience carbless for yourself and understand why less is more. Find them online and at retailers near you.
You can see a graphic from @NFL Game Day on Twitter, X, the top 10 quarterbacks of 2023. There is a name not on it, and it is egregious. We dive into why Jordan Love isn't on it next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
We've called him Whitey Tighties. We've called him the Hall Monitor. He's Jesse Nelson. Like, he's just, I'm Jesse Nelson. Kyle, you're Jesse Nelson.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Jesse Nelson here for Hansen & Sons, Madison's #1 family-owned chimney and fireplace specialist. To celebrate 71 years of service, Hansen & Sons is offering 7.1% savings on any of their new high-efficiency installed fireplaces or their expert winter masonry chimney repairs. Replace that old, dirty, wood-burning fireplace with a new high-efficiency, remote-controlled gas or electric fireplace. Sale ends February 29th. Go to HansenandSons.com for more information. That's HansenandSons.com.
What does it take to make a diamond? Extreme heat and pressure and about 1 billion years. But you can't wait that long. What do? You go to Goodman's Jewelers. I'm John Hayes from Goodman's Jewelers. There's a reason we are the Diamond Store of Madison. Since 1933, we provided outstanding service and selection to our customers. And that in turn has helped to establish countless great memories through the years. Goodman'sJewelers.com, located at 220 State Street. Truly a destination worth reaching.
Ben Brust here to tell you about the Princeton Club. I joined the Princeton Club because I was looking for a place I could invest in my health, and the environment and the community I have felt has made it so easy for me to incorporate it into my everyday life. It doesn't matter where you're at in your fitness journey because they have something to offer everyone. It also goes beyond fitness. From the moment you walk in the club to the moment you walk out, there is a togetherness felt throughout the members and staff that keeps you going for your better tomorrow. Don't wait any longer and get started on your fitness journey today at PrincetonClub.net. That's PrincetonClub.net.
At Lowe's, save big every day when you buy in bulk. Save 10% when you buy 68 or more select OSB sheathing. Plus, save an extra 5% every day on eligible purchases when you use your Lowe's business credit card. Visit us for the materials you need. Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details. 5% offer subject to credit approval. Exclusions and terms apply. See store at Lowe's.com/credit for details. U.S. only.
Tax day is coming.
Oh, no.
But if you sign up for Robinhood Gold's IRA with a 3% match, you can get up to $195 for the 2023 tax year.
Oh, yeah.
Sign up at Robinhood.com/boost by tax day to get the biggest contribution match on the market. Subscription fees apply.
Investing involves risk. 3% match requires gold for 1 year from first match. Must keep IRA for 5 years. Robinhood Financial, LLC, member SIPC.
Hi, this is Lee, inviting you to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. We got a great happy hour every day of the week from 4 o'clock to 7, and our patio during the summer is open too. If you're getting married, a special occasion, a birthday, anniversary, or even a business meeting, we've got all the accommodations right here at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. You work hard, and sometimes you're not sure what you want to do, where you want to spend your money. I want to encourage you to come into Ruth's Chris Steakhouse and say hello. It'd be a pleasure to meet you.
There's a good chance if you watch sports, you're getting served information about hormone optimization. What does that even mean? Dr. Nestor Rodriguez at Carbon World Health can tell you exactly what hormone optimization means. He will take your blood work and let you know if it's right for you. If you're feeling sluggish, not losing weight like you used to, you're not gaining muscle like you used to, or you just don't feel like yourself in most aspects of your life, go see Dr. Nestor Rodriguez at Carbon World Health. In fact, sign up for the 6-week experience so you can see everything that Carbon World Health has to offer, including hormone optimization. Learn more at carbonworldhealth.com.
Breaking news on ESPN Madison is presented by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or visit metrokiaofmadison.com.
Everything I have, I owe to the Adult Literacy Center and getting my high school diploma at age 22.
Find free and supportive adult education centers near you at finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Always a great time to join the Princeton Club. Cleanest health clubs in Wisconsin, hands down. And you always know you're at the best facility with the best equipment. The locker room's always getting redone. New equipment's coming in. Whatever that may be, you'll feel it. And they have free childcare with the membership, which is big, being a new dad. Open 24/7. I've done personal training. I found different passions that they provide me there. The club feels great from the moment you walk in. So have the courage to walk in, get a tour, and you'll find your better tomorrow at the New Berlin location in Milwaukee or one of the 8 Madison locations. The Princeton Club, for your better tomorrow. Just have the courage to go check it out. I'm Ben Brust alongside Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman. We are Kyle Brust and Nortman. And I teased it, and I want to talk about it. Because at NFL Game Day tweeted, so whoever Shooks is, I don't even know who Shooks is, I don't care who Shooks is, because he's dumb. Top 10 quarterbacks, and it says of 2023, which makes it even more dumb. Number 1, Lamar Jackson, fine. 2, Josh Allen, fine. 3, Patrick Mahomes, fine. 4, Jared Goff, good season. Detroit played well, fine. Matt Stafford, I like Matt. Battle back. Dak Prescott. Brock Purdy. Okay. CJ Stroud. Okay. Tua. Kirk Cousins. No Jordan Love on the top 10 list of 2023. Nobody did what Jordan Love did when it mattered most in the end of the season. Sure, he had some bumps, but to act like he didn't have a perfect passer rating and win a playoff game against the number 2 Cowboys as a 7 seed, like, it's not like this is a regular season list. This is 2023. So Shooks, not even going to look up his first name, is dumb.
This is ridiculous to me. I mean, just when I think that, I don't know, maybe the Packers hype is too much, I see a list like this and think, you know what? There's plenty of disrespect to go around. That's because Jordan Love, look, I know this is a 2023 list, but if you're looking at these guys, look, Kirk Cousins played half a season. Tua Tagovailoa was basically inept without Tyreek Hill. Brock Purdy looked solid for sure, but even when Brock Purdy and Jordan Love went toe-to-toe, you could tell Jordan Love was a better quarterback. Matt Stafford, on and off injury. Jared Goff did okay. Dak Prescott completely outdueled by Jordan Love when it mattered. So not only in a backward-looking list of 2023, the fact that Jordan Love isn't on here after the season that he had, after what he willed this young Packer team to do, and bring them into the postseason, be the youngest team to ever do it, is a joke. It's a travesty. It's disrespectful, and it should provide fuel to the fire for Jordan Love and this Green Bay Packer team. Because I would go as far as saying, take this list out of it, and this should make it real clear on whatever you think Jordan Love ranks amongst NFL quarterbacks.
Hear Brad out part 2.
It is Hear Brad about part 2. Because I would go as far as saying this. If you are an NFL team, if you are one of the 31 other NFL teams not named the Green Bay Packers, my question to you would be, would you swap your QB for Jordan Love? Now, let's try to take money out of it. Just think about, I'm building a franchise. Would I want to swap my QB out for Jordan Love? There are only 4 teams that I can think of that wouldn't even take the phone call. Kansas City Chiefs, Buffalo Bills, the Baltimore Ravens, and the Houston Texans. That's with Mahomes, that's with Allen, that's with Lamar, and that's with C.J. Stroud.
I think you're missing a couple.
Well, hold on. There's another set of teams that I think would think about it. I think they would think about taking Jordan Love. It'd be hesitant. I'm not sure they would, but they'd at least talk about it. Cincinnati Bengals with Joe Burrow, LA Chargers with Justin Herbert, and you got the Philadelphia Eagles with Jalen Hurts. I think those teams would say, well, wait a minute. Jordan Love does this good, but our guy does this good. I think there would be a discussion. Maybe they'd stick with their guy. Every other team, by my count, that's 7 NFL teams. So the 24 other NFL teams would, in a moment's time, swap their guy for Jordan Love. That's why this list right here, this top 10 list that Jordan Love isn't on, is a joke, because every GM, every scout, and every team would love to say, I'll take Jordan Love over my guy, except for those 7 teams.
Yeah, you're not far off on this one. I'm just really caught up and infuriated by this stupid list. I can't believe this list legitimately has these quarterbacks ahead of Jordan Love. This is a career list. This is obviously, and take out C.J. Stroud, this is about a career accomplishment list. There's no way in the world that anybody's taking Jared Goff, Matthew Stafford, and Dak Prescott, Kirk Cousins, and Tua over Jordan Love. This list is a complete joke and an embarrassment to NFL Game Day that posted this. That's stupidity. They need to hire me to do that job. But back to what we're talking about here is, Brad, you're a little bit far off with the fact that there are not a lot of teams that are going to take anybody over Jordan Love. But, I mean, the Cincinnati Bengals aren't taking a phone call for Joe Burrow. Come on, Joe Burrow got him to a Super Bowl, Brad. Like,
yeah, they're not even taking that call. That's where I was like, they wouldn't even consider it.
Justin Herbert, that I like to call him. Justin Herbert, now that he has a real coach out there that's going to be able to coach him offensively, dude is a really good talent. I still think, and I love me some Jordan Love, but Justin Herbert is sick. He is insane. He's a really good quarterback. And Trevor Lawrence, he's down to your old place in Jacksonville. Trevor is a good quarterback, man. He's very, very talented. They're not swapping that out as well. And Jalen Hurts is coming off an MVP season last year, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he was bad this year.
He was bad this year, but they're not swapping out somebody as an MVP with the tush push, the Philly special, whatever it's called.
Don't you think with Joe Burrow, though, they look at his injury history and say, you know what? We don't know if we can count on him any given year.
No, he's young enough, and he took him to an AFC championship game where they arguably robbed job.
Each one of those guys that you mentioned, great quarterbacks, not taking anything away from them. It's a combination of Jordan Love is great, and there's a couple ththings that just might give you
I got
pause.
more sample size, and I'm with Kyle. And I'm not going as far as Brett in the 262 saying whoever I'll tell you. Brad sounds like they are drinking the Love juice. He had a good half year.
Like that
just
juice.
stop. I know you like the Love juice. You drinking it right now?
How's it taste?
It tastes delicious. It tastes like winning.
For a half a year. And I think that like, for me, I think based off how he played with what he had, it's easy for me to sit here and say, I believe in Love. Like, and if Brett in the 262 thinks, I want to see a full 17-game Jordan Love and the playoffs, I guess I get that. I just think you are guarding your heart and not accepting the fact that with the youngest roster in the NFL, he led them to the playoffs as the youngest team ever, and then was the first 7 seed to knock off a team in Super Wildcard Weekend while playing his best football at that time. Sure, did he throw a bad interception to end the season against the Niners? Yes, but I think the team itself outplayed the 49ers. So there's enough tough games that I can recall vividly. There's enough moments, enough wow moments in that 10-game stretch. Oh, wow. I'm fine drinking Love juice, and I'm fine with you having. And again, there's going to be. You want me to drink the? I got my own.
Drink your own, because you kiss your dog that eats mice, so I don't want that.
You know, I just think of Jordan. Jordan Love is 25 years old, and he played for 1 season. Dude's top 5 MVP candidate. Like, I mean, they don't mess around when it comes to, like, our friends at Paddle Sportsbook, and when it comes to setting lines, they don't mess with these lines. There's a reason why they are had. And he took this team, what you said, Ben, completely unequaled as far as how young they were, how much further they had to go. What he's able to put together is unbelievable. It's undeniable.
He was magnificent this year. We've talked about it, we've raved about it, and we absolutely love talking about Jordan Love and what he did this season. But, Brad, one thing you are forgetting is the fact that Jordan Love has seasons to sit behind and learn the offense in Green Bay. Putting Jordan Love in a situation where he gets traded and has to learn an offense, we don't know what that looks like. I don't think Jordan Love has the same success as a Green Bay Packers quarterback if he had to start day one like a Justin Herbert, like a Tua Tagovailoa, or like a Joe Burrow as well. Tagovailoa. Isn't it Tagovailoa?
Tagovailoa.
Tonga? Oh, okay, my
I
bad.
think it's Tonga.
It's Tagovailoa.
Okay, well, TAG spelled tag, so I apologize to my Samoan brothers and sisters. But overall, what I'm saying is this, is that he had the benefit to sit and learn the offense behind one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. That's why when it was his turn to shine, he shined. I don't know what Jordan Love looks like when he has to go somewhere and learn a new offense and learn a new team and have to implement, the game plan right away. So he had the benefit of that. That's why he looked so good. So trying to take him from one team to another, we don't know how he deals with that type of change, but we know when he has time to sit, he has time to learn and digest the playbook, he executes on a very high level.
Well, there's no doubt that he is in a best situation in Green Bay with Matt LaFleur sitting behind to learn the system. That allows him to be the best quarterback he can be. But his arm strength, his accuracy, his footwork needs some work. But the thing is what he's doing without great footwork, his ability to scramble, read defenses, that's all transferable.
It all is. And look, I do, again, if you want to guard your heart, guard your heart. But I'm going to, it used to just be the eye test, I still think he's going to be good. You have a 10-game sample size with the youngest roster in the NFL, in which everyone was arguing that Goody did not set up Love for success when they were 2-5.
Aaron Rodgers wanted to leave.
And here you are with a guy that elevated the team. There's a leadership quality there that I love as well, right? He very well could have just been this isn't the year, I'm just going to learn. He did not give up, and it was clear that the team continued to believe in him, and that's why they got to where they were. Because if we don't, if we forget here, the special team sucked again, and the defense had Joe Barry, who had his moments late, but throughout the season, Tommy DeVito, who was benched, had a Michael Vick game.
Yikes! Yeah.
800-990-3776. On Twitter at KBN ESPN in honor of the Giannis documentary, Giannis the Marvelous Journey. What is the next Wisconsin sports documentary you want to see made? As well as, do you like 90-minute one-part documentary or a 4-part series? We have that on Twitter at KBN ESPN. Have your responses, have your replies. We get to that. And we have till 5 o'clock here. Coming up next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
I think it's clear.
Yeah, and if Doc replicates what Booty did last year, or all I'm saying
Come on, guys! His name is Coach Bud!
If he replicates
Coach Booty!
what Coach Bud
on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Alex Strofe.
Varsity on Wisconsin On Demand is home to all the latest and best Badgers content on ESPN Wisconsin. Subscribe on Apple, Spotify, Wisconsin On Demand, and wherever you get your podcasts. The rumor mill was swirling Tuesday as reports have come out that the Wisconsin Badgers football team may play a road game at Lambeau Field this upcoming season. Northwestern, who the Badgers are scheduled to play on Saturday, October 19th, are undergoing stadium upgrades and construction throughout the course of this season and have been on the search for places to play their home game. According to the report from Wildcat Report, Northwestern's athletic director told alum in New York City last week that Northwestern will play a game at Lambeau Field this year, but neither school is confirmed as of Tuesday.
Get 0% interest for up to 3 years, or get no money down, no interest, and no payments for up to 18 months at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Visit PellaWI.com.
Woo! I am thirsty today. Definitely going to need a cold one. There's the one.
It's fish fry season, Wisconsin, and one of my favorite traditions is heading to a local fish fry and enjoying with some Potosi Brewing Cave Ale. Wonder from Potosi is here with me to tell us about Cave Ale and all about Potosi's Fish Fry Contest. Head to potosibrewing.com and click on the Events tab to find where you can enjoy Potosi Cave Ale and vote for your favorite fish fry.
That's what goes best with fish fries is Potosi Cave Amber Ale. 5.5% malted beer, so very smooth and well balanced. When you go into your favorite place, look for Potosi Cave Ale on tap. Inside there should be some signs and coasters, and on those it will be a QR code. Vote for them for best fish fry.
Head to Licari's Bar and Grill, Gates and Brophy, Salvatore's, and Athens Grill. Vote for your favorite Wisconsin fish fry now, and of course, keep that fridge stocked.
Jump into leap year savings at Metro Ford of Madison. Leap into a 2023 Ford F-150 at just 1.9% APR financing for 70 months. $14.71 per thousand borrowed excludes Lightning and Raptor models. It's also the month of love at Metro Ford. You'll love a 2023 Escape for 0.9% APR financing for 66 months and $2,000 in Ford Flex cash. $15.54 per thousand borrowed. Offers good to qualified credit and ends February 29th. Hurry in to Metro Ford of Madison today. If you want a fresh twist on surf and turf, look no further than North and South Seafood and Smokehouse. Inspired by their time living in the Alaskan Gulf in southern Texas, owners Keith and Aaron brought together unique culinary backgrounds to create a truly authentic American restaurant here in Madison. After expanding to 2 more locations in DeForest and Verona, you can savor smoky, wood-fired barbecue and freshly prepared seafood from around the country. Explore their full menu and dining options at eatnorthandsouth.com. That's eatnorthandsouth.com.
Cozy up your home with fresh cabinets from SprayNet of Southern Wisconsin. SprayNet knows that the kitchen is the heart of your home. Let them help you fall in love with it again. Quicker and more affordable than replacing your cabinets, SprayNet can have your kitchen cabinets looking like the day you first saw them. Their exclusive painting technology and technique will have your kitchen transformed in less than a week. Schedule an appointment today with Dale, the owner of SprayNet of Southern Wisconsin. Go to spraynet.com.
They say love is a universal language. Well, that's definitely true if you're talking about bacon. I mean, who doesn't love bacon? Forget the chocolates. Get the gift of bacon. It's everyone's love language. And you're going to love it that our bacon's on sale right now. With quick hot savings, we're taking bacon down to $2.49 a 12-ounce pack. Limit 2. Savings on bacon? Whoa, that's 2 love languages at once. And we're multilingual like that. Quick Trip. We're saving your bacon.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Tune in to the Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus Audio Network presented by Gallagher. Behind the Bucks is uncovering all the stories around the Milwaukee Bucks, a long-form storytelling podcast that offers fans just like an inside look at all Bucks-related topics. So from the hardwood to the city streets and everything else in between, a behind-the-scenes look at Giannis's documentary, discussions with community leaders, and find out the thoughts of former stars. Behind the Bucks uncovers all of that and brings you Bucks stories like you've never heard it before. Behind the Bucks, presented by Gallagher. Find it on Bucks Plus, wherever you get your podcasts. We are Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. I'm Ben Brust, alongside backer, Wisconsin backer Kyle Wallace, second place Brad. I have other ones, but I don't know why I've been leaning on second place Brad. What do you want today?
I actually like second place Brad. It's kind of fun.
All right. For those who don't know,
it's just funny.
I mean, I have to reset it every now and again.
That's true.
Well, he lost in the state finals of the high school football season, lost in 2 Rose Bowls, lost in an AFC Championship game, and lost famously in Super Bowl 50 on the Panthers.
Yeah, you know.
Did you think of anything else? Little League? You know?
Oh, well, I did play basketball, too. We lost in the state quarterfinals at the Kohl Center, too, so we lost there.
Oh, Brookfield Central went to the quarterfinals in basketball when you were there?
Oh, yeah.
Who was on your team that was good?
Man, I don't know. We're just a bunch of dudes.
You say, I don't know. You ride the bench? I'm trying
No,
to
I played. I started.
He don't even know.
I mean,
he was the team.
We had no Ben Brust on our team, but like we just had a bunch of dudes that were scrappy and good players.
All right, now.
So we asked KBN Nation, as Brad wants to see the Ryan Braun story, as Giannis, The Marvelous Journey on Amazon inspired us. What's the next Wisconsin sports documentary you would like to see? Brad wants to see the inside look into Ryan Braun's PED use and
all the parts that come with this. Kyle wants to see Titletown. I like just say your title.
So I've been working on it. The return of the title to Titletown.
What? It was better way before.
The return of Titletown.
I like that. I like that better.
What about Lombardi's return to Titletown?
Ooh.
Because it's the Lombardi Trophy?
Yeah, something like that. The return of Lombardi to Titletown.
Goody versus Rogers, From Darkness to Love. That's mine. I want to see everything. All the drama, both sides, untold. Goody, Rogers, everyone just talking crap about each other. He said, she said, this, that, the other thing.
See, the problem is I feel like you two's documentary is only of interest to Wisconsin sports fans, right? Like, I think that's it. Like, nobody's going to care about Ryan Braun juice. And some people care about Aaron Rodgers.
All we saw on national headlines was Goody Rogers. A lot of people
nobody
cared
cared about Goody. Maybe the Aaron Rodgers part people would definitely care about, but nobody cares about Goody and the drama.
I guess the ayahuasca into the darkness retreat.
Yeah, that's all Rodgers. Like, people like to see his stupidity.
It depends on the plot line that plays out, right? Because like if you can pull out things that people didn't know and the way you weave it together.
Yeah, they can weave it together. I mean, they called him Kraus. They called Goody Jerry Krause.
Yeah. There are tons of 30 for 30s on ESPN that are about teams or players that I didn't really think much about, but you watch them, you're like, oh my gosh, this is so well put together. It's dramatic.
That's
There's
true.
More, like scandal than you ever thought.
You got a point there. I do think if there was a 30 for 30 on Ryan Braun, there probably would be some people that talked about it.
I really don't think the Ryan Braun one could be more than just one episode. It might even be like a 55-minute one. Just get right to the point. I think your guys's could be well in a 4-part series because I could see the return to Titletown. It's like the build-up of it, the Super Bowl itself, the letdown of the '97 season, and same thing with yours, Ben, with the drama that unfolded.
Rippin' Rona wants a Bo Ryan documentary. He did win a national championships at Platteville, all the way to becoming the Wisconsin Badgers head coach, not even as the number one choice, I believe. Then we have a 2-part miniseries, one called The Unthinkable, about the 2000 UW Badgers basketball team, and then the teams that captured our heart, 2014 and 2015 Final Four years. That's Z and the D. Yeah.
Unfulfilled Destiny. That's what that should be called.
Dang,
that's good.
That is good, actually.
Brad Nortman, the punter story. That's every day here. On KBN.
That one's breaking records.
And we also put out there on YouTube or on Twitter for you as we go to KBN ESPN. Do you like a 1-part 90-minute documentary or a 4-part series? 63% like the 1 part, and that's the world we live in. People don't want to. They want to just...
You want a long 2-hour documentary?
No, I'm just saying people want to just do things once and be done with it.
There's so much
attention
out
span.
there. Yeah, attention span. Attention span is lower.
I like having series because it gives you something like because the way they end each episode, it has some type of suspense to it. It makes you want to say, "Ooh, what's coming up next? I can't wait to see what's next." I like that, but I like that. Even with I feel like The Last Dance, they let it all out in parts, right? They didn't do it all at one time.
Correct.
They did it multiple parts.
Every week, it was like the one thing I could look forward to in terms of sports when they weren't happening. It was reliving those moments.
They bumped that up for us.
Joey and the 262, second place Brad, an almost winning story.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Then call it Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Well, it was until it wasn't. I can tell you that much. Goody said, "See you later. Moving on to love."
I'm shocked nobody said anything about The Last Dance, the Green Bay Packers, the story of the Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams into the air.
I mean, that's part of my Goody versus Rogers because, again, Goody didn't prioritize Devontae Adams, and then at that point it was too late. He wanted to leave to go to Vegas. He also didn't think Jordan Love was any good. Now he's saying he's good. There's so much in that.
Put it in that one.
There's so much in there. I just want to live it all again and get even more information.
Well, it was just peak drama of Rodgers. There were so many characters on that team. It's just
I've been watching too much trash TV, clearly.
Yeah.
And nothing wrong with that.
I agree.
I think too. Whenever you just stick a microphone in front of Aaron Rodgers, you're just gonna get gold. I think they would need a 4-part documentary plus like an extras reel of just like letting Rodgers uncut and unfiltered just talk. Now that'd be interesting.
Now what I do want to discuss moving forward is the Milwaukee Bucks again, because as we saw yesterday, Doc Rivers had some comments on SiriusXM NBA radio. His former player J.J. Redick called him out.
now current Milwaukee Buck Patrick Beverley came back at J.J. Redick. They had a back and forth. Ultimately, it's about results for me now. Put the jargon behind us. You're past All-Star break. Get together as a team. Start working on the philosophy and come out and show that all this is noise that we don't need to be talking about. But unfortunately, I feel like we do. And Brad, you have an idea. I also heard Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike on ESPN Radio from 5 to 9 on 100.5 ESPN, 5 to 7 here on 94.5 ESPN. Talk about what the Bucks need to do. So that's coming up next in 2 minutes. You got Rutledge and Hamilton up next in Madison from 4 to 6. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman take you to